Hello everybody, I'm back. We're back. We went to Bahamas for a little bit and now we're back. Woo, party time. We're gonna go back again though.
Yeah.
Like Friday. Sometime soon, next week. Anyway, I'm Rick McBride with Century 21, McBride Realty Group, and McBride Mortgage Group, our sister company. Got Destiny
Hello.
running the phone, and over here we got Smiley Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
She's monitoring it, so if you have any questions, feel free, put them in the comments. Today I'm going to talk slow for a change. How about that?
Wow.
So we have 3 numbers that came out last week while I was gone. 3 numbers came out that are crucial to what's probably a forecast for what's going to happen in our housing market. So rule number 1, we don't listen to who?
The news.
The news. Don't listen to the news. It's all propaganda. And one side or the other. I don't care which side you're on, but all news today is propaganda. But the unemployment rate is 4.4%. So at 4.4%, from what I understand, if it's 4%, we're fully employed. Because there's a segment of the population that's not going to work, or can't work, or whatever the reason is. I don't know exactly. But 4.4% means everybody has a job that wants a job. Okay? Second number that was put out was job creation. And 119,000 jobs were created in the month of, I believe these are September numbers. 119,000. Remember, the government was shut down. We didn't have any of these numbers. I rely on these numbers big time to make our predictions and stuff. And we didn't have them. It was going nuts, right? And then the third number is GDP. GDP is gross domestic product. And the gross domestic product is basically everything we sold in the whole country. And I don't know how they know this, but they basically take the gross domestic product, everything we sold, they compare it to the prior period, and that was up 4.2%. Now, we can have a debate about inflation and yada, 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 but what I want to talk about is how these numbers affect real estate. Well, first of all, unemployment rate, if people have jobs, they can afford to what?
Buy houses.
Buy houses. So we've seen the last year and a half, last 2 years, year or two, we've seen a whole bunch of first-time home buyers, a flood of first-time home buyers come into the market. Because they're all younger, they have jobs, most of them are 2 people, so they have 2 incomes. You know, they're making a decent income, so between the 2 of them, they make somewhere between $80,000 to $120,000. They can afford to buy a house. So they have jobs. The second one is job creation. They're not going to lose their job. Not only are they not going to lose their job, if they want to go find another job that makes them more money, or maybe they want to try a different field, they can go get that job. And what happens when you tell your boss that you're going to find another job if they like you? Like, well, we'll match it. And then they suddenly pay you more. So the bottom line is, though, when jobs are created, they're going to make more money because they'll be able to move around to their jobs. And the third number is the GDP number, the gross domestic product. If we're selling more stuff, the companies are selling more stuff, they have more money to give to their employees who are then employed and then get their fringe jobs and stuff like that. So, because of this, right now we're seeing our market has been like this. Nationally, this is price, by the way, price. Nationally, it's probably been a little more like that. But our market, because all real estate is local, it's creeped down just a hair, just a hair. But inventories haven't changed. Pendings and solds have gone up. So if our market, if inventories are going down just a hair, and more people are buying, then the price gap here becomes larger, and the prices will most likely go up. So I suspect that heading into the spring, hot spring market, that you're going to see prices go up. So if you're thinking about buying right now, you better do it now. Why? What other advantages do you have to buying now? Well, anybody thinking about buying a house right now, they're thinking about where they're going to get their Christmas presents and whether they're spending their time on Amazon and all that stuff, right? So there's less competition out there in the actual purchase. But what hasn't changed? We go over these numbers every week. The inventory is still the same. So there's same inventory and less buyers. You're more likely to get a better deal between now and just after New Year's. You're going to get a better deal buying. If you're thinking about upsizing, it's even more important. Because if you upsize and if your property goes up 10% here on a $200,000 property, you made $20,000. But if you go ahead and upsize now and get a deal, yeah, you're going to lose that 10%. But when your other property goes up 10% and it's a $400,000 property, you're now making $40,000. It's magic. Numbers are magic. They really are. So basically, if you wait and buy later, you're going to pay $20,000 more. Or you're going to pay $40,000 more. The $20,000 more is going to come out of your pocket. If you go ahead and upsize today, then you're going to put $20,000 in your pocket. I don't know about you, but I would rather put $20,000 in my pocket than take $20,000 out of my pocket. So if you're even slightly considering buying or slightly considering upsizing, you need to call us today, 386-866-1007. We'll be happy to help you. Any of our agents will be happy to help you. We have them all over the place in this area. And if you need to get a mortgage at the same time, you can call me at 352-612-2680. Great talking. We will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last day until after Thanksgiving. So we'll see you tomorrow.